Warframe's art style is unique. From derelict archives to sprawling laboratories to abandoned terraforming structures from a civilization long gone. Even if the humans do look like Sid the Sloth, Warframe has carved out its own visual identity in a scene of stagnation and homogenization. It's just a shame I won't be able to see any of it because of this fucking goober. And for the love of God, Steve, please stop touching the particle engines, I beg of you. This bit is like 2 years old and it is still evergreen. It is still fucking evergreen.
This setting does almost nothing.
It is so fucking pink. This is with my settings on low, by the way. My particle settings are always on low. Oh, Christ. Steve is like a child in a candy shop, always looking for the next thing to implement into his brainchild. The man coded Railjack in an afternoon on a lunch break. And the finished product sure feels like that. But while Warframe is visually distinct, Steve's vision of turning his game into Demon Slayer fight scenes has only been harmful to the overall visual clarity. You see this? The Albrecht and Trade labs, harsh polygonal rock structures from a void-bleached Badlands, tapering into the rustic yet rather ornate laboratory of an Orokin scientist. Yeah, and then you step into it and it looks like this. Normally, I keep my particles on low, not for the sake of my bitrate being eaten by YouTube's strict cap, but for my own eyeballs. Look no further than some of the most used weapons of Warframe, the Notaruk, Ignis, Plasmor, Envoy, Cedo, Brahma, Czar, all visual noise. For every option they add for something like adding an outline to your fellow Tenno and enemies, they add some sort of lighting or particle engine change that resembles having a front row seat to fucking Hiroshima.
Boy oh boy, do I sure love Eximus units.
Why do my frame's colors look different in the Drifter camp? Why am I the wrong color? And all of those small changes are but a bandage on a gaping wound. When it gets chaotic, I find myself looking at the map for red triangles more than anything else. Not just from particles, but even enemy density. Why have an art team dedicated to making these beautiful landscapes and interesting tiles, both visually and mechanically, when Warframe currently looks like Jujutsu Kaisen on Adderall? TLDR, the ever-increasing enemy density and resulting prioritization of AoE and nuking makes it harder to appreciate the unique style of Warframe, and the only people still getting off to it probably find enjoyment in jingling keys in their face. Anyway, another 20 trillion platinum to bringing physics particles back. Yeah, I've been saying that for years. Mod abuse is fine if it's funny. It's just like racism.
It's fine because I said so.
Wait. Maybe you shouldn't say that on stream.
What do you know?